Pretend farmer girl, and I was gonna videotape our property anyway because we're getting ready for Hurricane Milton. We are right just 30 miles north of Tampa, and right now it's showing that we're kind of gonna get a direct hit, but it seems like it always changes at the last minute. So I decided to go ahead and record the property just for the heck of it. So here are all of our fruit trees. We have about 40 fruit trees. And then over to the right here is more my medicinal garden, where I have all of my perennial medicinals. Like I have katuk, I have lemongrass, longevity spinach, I have tea growing, chaya, I have sweet potatoes, and I have different types of hibiscus growing over there, and some let's see, you probably can't see it, I also have some blue butterfly pea and a couple banana trees. So that's what we've got going over here. Now I'm going to take you to the greenhouse. I haven't updated for a while, but this is the greenhouse that Mr. Pretend Farmer Girl built with his own hands. He didn't have any plans, like he didn't read up on it. He just built it. I mean, this gives me an insight into his brain. So anyway, it's so impressive. We do not have sides on it right now. We're just leaving summer and it was too hot, but we did put up this netting all the way around it to keep the chickens out, so I could actually plant in here. So he's also put all the fans up. I'll just show you the top. Those are our solar panels. They're not hooked up yet, but he's in the process of doing that. And so over here I just have stuff that I brought in from the yard out front because it wasn't doing well. Just basically some of my other medicinal plants and some blackberries and some of my grapes. And I've already taken down some of the higher planters, so that, because last time they blew over and we hardly had any wind. So this is that. I don't know if that's a word. I have a couple fruit trees and a poinsettia in here. This is our aquaponics setup. These are raised beds right here. And these are the aquaponic beds. It was a rough summer because it was so hot, and keeping the water cool and the fish healthy, because you can't grow anything in these grow pods in the summer because it's too hot. So we lost about 20 large fish, which was a real bummer, but we learned a lot. And then after that I went ahead and I just planted some Swiss chard in all of the left side of the beds, just to get something planted to try to counteract the negative nitrites and nitrates. And I've got, let's see, I've got breakfast radishes, the big, those I planted a few weeks ago. Here are some more so we can have them more often. Here is my daikon radish with some onions, and here are some pepper plants that have been, and some zinnias going since, I don't know, months and months, and probably since, you know, March. It's been really, really hard with the bugs. It's ridiculous. I mean, growing things to eat in Florida organically is a whole different level. Here are my turnips. I don't have anything in this bed. I did have my roselle, and the bush was huge with a lot on it, but it ended up breaking during Helene. That was the only thing I lost. Here are my beets. They're hurting. The bugs have just been ridiculous, and you can see right here this whole missing patch. That's for when the bugs come in and decide, oh, we're gonna have a buffet, and all these missing spots are where the bugs have taken out. But I do have some mushrooms, and that's always a good sign of soil, and I'm gonna let those mushrooms be because it helps with the nutrients in the soil. This is our fish tank with the aquaponics for the fish. We do have an automatic feeder, which has been nice. It feeds a little bit of fish, a little bit of feed twice a day. And let's see if we can see the fish in there. Yeah, there they are. There they are. They're doing their thing. There's a lot underneath there. So that's our aquaponics. hydroponics. Over here I have all of my peppers growing. I didn't count, but I have about 2 plants per 5-gallon bucket, and I haven't updated anyone, but it's ridiculous trying to grow things in the ground here in Florida, because all of the compost and all the fertilizer and everything, it just sifts through the sand, because I don't know if you can see it, but we are 100% sand here. There's no dirt, it's all sand. So we decided to go with the 5-gallon buckets. Some of these are growing, some of them are a little slower, but I have about 5 different kinds of peppers growing right now, hoping to make some good hot sauce coming up. But again, I've been fighting bugs. These white flies, aphids, ants, doing it organically is a big challenge. Here are my tomato plants. I have 2 plants per bucket. I have hundreds of plants here because, you know, are they gonna make it? Am I really gonna get fruit from it? Am I gonna get tomatoes because of the storms and the weather and the bugs? So you might say I kind of overplanted, but my goal was to plant enough so that I can make our own sauces, tomato sauces and ketchups and stuff, barbecue sauce, salsa for the whole year. So here are my plants. Now, one thing about, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, is I use these clips to do the trellis, and they work so good. And normally you attach them to the plant, but because of the wind and stuff that's coming, I decided that I didn't want to worry about ripping the plants out, so I attached them to the handle. And with Milton just around the corner, I'm hoping that they will survive well. Here are onions that I planted. There's 5 onions per pot, and they're really slow growing, but I'm just gonna keep going with it, and we'll see what we get. You know, it's my first year gardening big time in Florida, and we tend to not do things small, if you could tell. I mean, look at this greenhouse. I mean, every intricate detail. I'm sorry, I'm just so proud of what he's done. So, and then over here, I just planted these this week. These are my potatoes, and basically the reason the soil's low is you put the potatoes in there, you cover it with dirt, and then when the greens come up, then I'll continue to add soil to the top. So these are my red potatoes. Here are my Yukon Gold potatoes, and then this row here, these are my bush beans. And last year I grew these out front, and even though I was growing them in the ground, I caught a huge harvest, and they were so delicious. So I planted a lot of this, and at the request of my daughter-in-law, because she loves sugar snap peas and remembers when I grew them in California, this is a whole row of sugar snaps that are coming up and attaching themselves to the trellis, so that's good. The chickens, I don't know if you can see back there, we added an extra tarp over the top that will come over the edge, and the back side is open, but this front side will go all the way down, and he'll secure it so that the wind and the rain don't get in there that much. And then we have the Connexes, old work trucks from the boys, Ryan's his RV, and then I planted some marigolds and some sunflowers, and we'll see how that works. Now that is behind there is the shed where Andy's going to put all of the Mr. Pretend Farmer Girl's going to put all of the electronics for the solar system, and this is a shelf that I have that I put all my stuff on. I just put everything in their containers. Normally I have a lot sitting out, but with the hurricane coming, I put it in there. And this is the rest of my 200 buckets that I'm in the process of drilling holes in the bottom and the side, actually, not the bottom. And then I will be filling these up, and once these are done, I'm going to be planting, you know, like carrots, some broccoli, and maybe some cauliflower. But basically what I'm focusing on right now is just really good like crops that you can do a lot with. And the carrots, I'll plant 5 seeds per bucket. No, it's 12 seeds per bucket. And I've seen, of course, all of this on YouTube, and it's worked for 12 seeds. So here is the video of our greenhouse and what we're doing now. And hopefully it will look exactly the same come Friday morning. And I guess that's all I've got. This is Pretend Farmer Girl signing out.